Okay, I'm gonna just jump into the video here today. Welcome to High Quality Trades, everyone. In today's video, we will be going over the SPY, the triple Qs, and then all of the Mag 7 stocks, also Coinbase and AMAT. So let's start this video off here on the SPY's 4-hour time frame. Today is January 26th, and the most recent close of the SPY was 607.97. On Friday, it reached a high of 610.78 and a low of 606.80. It was negative 0.29% on the day. Okay guys, so what is the SPY currently doing? Well, it looks like on Friday we were not able to hold our 609 level, which was the previous all-time high. So SPY has fallen below this level on some bearish divergence. It looks like we'll be heading down towards the 602 level come tomorrow. If I bring up the futures market, it looks like we did gap down already. So it does kind of show that tomorrow will most likely gap down, and I'd be looking for this 602 level to hold as support. Let's say we come down here and then the SPY can't hold the 602 level, then it'll head down towards the next support level of 599. But hopefully in between these two support levels here, we'll find some buyers and then be able to head up back up towards all-time highs. The lower weekly expected move is here at 599, and then the upper weekly expected move is up here towards 516. So I'm saying 5, but 615, and yeah, 599. So being with the gap down, it may be that the SPY heads closer towards the lower weekly expected move, but we'll have to see if the buyers are going to step in at either of these support levels, and then we can get another push back up to new all-time highs. There was a signal here on the RSI that was showing that this was going to happen, with the highs not matching here, and then our momentum waves here, both of them diverged on Friday, so it did show that the bears were about to step in and push price lower. So now that that's happened, we'll have to see if the 602 level is going to hold as support come tomorrow. Alrighty, that's going to be it for the SPY. Let's head on to the triple Qs. Sort of similar situation with the bearish divergence, but this one we had pretty much equal highs. Then you notice here on the RSI and our momentum oscillator, these two were just not matching. So that did kind of foreshadow the bears stepping in and pushing price lower. Basically what I'd be expecting now is let's look at the futures market here on. So yeah, we got a big gap down. Looks like we'll be going towards, this 520 level. We'll have to see if the triple Qs can hold this level tomorrow. We'll most likely be gapping below the 526 support level and then end up somewhere around the 520 level. But yeah, so the lower weekly expected move is right around there, 519, and then the upper weekly expected move is up here at 540. So being that we're going to start the week around the lower weekly expected moves on both the SPY and the triple Qs, I would be looking for buyers to step in. But if they can't, be in store for some volatility, because if we start breaking below the lower weekly expected moves, big moves could happen. So we could go into like 2 sigma moves. Yeah, if the triple Qs holds the 520 level, we'd be looking for it to come back up here towards 526. And then, if the bears can't hold, the resistance here, buyers could push back up towards the 530 level, and then we'll see if we could break these highs from Thursday and Friday to be able to push higher. That'd be a bullish scenario after the gap down that is most likely to happen tomorrow. Okay, let's now move on to Apple. So Apple last week gap down early in the week, and then we fell through this 228 support level and right down towards our next support level. We were able to bounce off that, but then towards the end of the week, the bears stepped in and started to push price back down. If the overall market's going to gap down tomorrow, I'd be looking for the 214 level to hold as support. That would be the next level. But, if we were to drop below that, let's see, I believe the daily time frame had a gap somewhere, and I'd be looking, actually, the gap is here. So yeah, if we gap all the way to 214, we would already, most likely be filling that gap, or we gap below it. But I'd look for probably this level, so the 216 level, if Apple gaps down, to hold as support, and then maybe we'll head back up towards 219. That would be a likely scenario. So just basing this on the daily time frame, the Apple might fall to this area, come back up here, test this as resistance, and then we head down further. We're gonna have to be watching our RSI closely, because if we notice here, we are already in the oversold territory. So I'm looking for Apple to eventually bounce from these levels. So we have both the momentum oscillator and the RSI in the oversold territory. So I'm looking for a bounce here on Apple coming soon. Alright, that's going to be it for Apple here. Let's go on to Facebook. I have Facebook in a rising wedge here with, we're on our third touch point basically. So actually I'm looking for, if the market gaps down, for Meta to end up somewhere around here, to like the 626 level, and then we'll see if maybe it breaks out of this rising wedge and then it heads down towards these lows here. That would be the next area that I'd be looking for Meta to head down to, which is 588. No divergences yet. The RSI is reaching overbought on the daily. So what's the 4-hour time frame doing? So yeah, we're getting a divergence. So this one looks like it already is going to open up down. So this divergence is showing us that the bears are about to step in. Looks like the RSI has been in the overbought territory for a couple days, and then our momentum oscillator is also reaching into overbought. So pullback definitely looks like in order here. So that's it for Amazon. Let's move on to Amazon. Amazon, if we look at our RSI, has been in the overbought territory for quite a while, or the past 3 days anyway. And Friday's price action, we did create some bearish divergence. So I'd be looking for Amazon to probably fall down towards this 229 level. But if that can't hold, then I'd be looking for Amazon to fall down towards 225. But one of these levels I would hope is going to hold as support, and then the buyers step back in, and we can head back up towards all-time highs. Okay, let's go on to Google. Just moving through them quickly here. Google had this pennant pattern, but it's having trouble breaking this high here, which is the 202 level. So this may be, I guess, acting as resistance now, and that Google's gonna fall lower. If Google falls tomorrow, I'd be looking for it first to try to hold 197. But if it can't, then the next level is going to be down here at 193. So look for those two levels if the overall market gaps down tomorrow. Yeah, we had that. I'll just go over the bearish divergence, see what those there. and then just matching highs here. So that did kind of signal that this was coming. Alright, let's go on to Microsoft. Microsoft had matching highs between Thursday and Friday, and then the RSI had a high and a lower high. So that definitely foreshadowed some bearish price action coming in the early part of this week. So let's see if Microsoft is going to fall first. Well, could hold this. I'd expect it to break this 440 level first and then head down towards the 434 level. So then we'll see maybe if we get a bounce back up towards 440, if the bulls can break this level, if the bears want to continue pushing price lower. That might be what happens. So moving on to Nvda. So Nvda was definitely struggling. If we go here out on the daily time frame, our giant red candle here back from January 7th is still in control. The bulls were only able to get about halfway up it before the bears stepped back in, and we got a pretty big down day on Friday. So let's see, let's go back into the 4-hour time frame to kind of see where Nvidia is gonna head tomorrow. So if Nvidia is gonna gap down, this 440 level seems to be like the first support level, but man, this is kind of a sloppy chart. 136.89 might be support, or even, you know, if we're breaking below these levels, let's move it to this low. 133 may be a good support level. You know, same bearish divergence between the highs here and the RSI making a lower high. So definitely foreshadowed some bearish price action over all the Mag 7 stocks. You know, had a huge move on Netflix based on its earnings, and then now it's just kind of digesting the move. There's really nothing going on with Netflix besides we're gonna want to see if it can hold around the 942 level as support, which is the previous all-time high. So look for that. Let's move on to Tesla. Tesla definitely struggling to maintain the upper level of the flag pattern here that broke out last week, but we're struggling to push above. So I'd be looking for Tesla to maybe hold the 200 period moving average here, but if it gets a gap down even lower, maybe, well, see, this low actually coincides with the 200 at 392, but if that can't hold, look for 380 to possibly hold as support. Alright, let's move on to Coinbase. Coinbase had some bearish divergence that actually I ignored because I entered a call here on Coinbase based on the daily time frame, because I'm expecting it to come up towards the 326 level, but sort of ignored this signal on Friday, and I'm paying for it now. But you know, Coinbase has support here at 293, but if that level breaks, it has another support level down here at 284. So be looking for one of these levels to hold as support, and hopefully we get a bounce off of that. Yeah, I'll show you the bullish divergence I noticed here on the RSI that made me think that we could get a good push here further on Coinbase, which is between the highs here. So lower low, higher low between these two. So I'm kind of expecting the RSI to reach into the overbought level, which I was hoping we'd get a little bit higher. Probably I was hoping towards the 326 level. but probably gonna have to sell out of that contract this week. So, on to our last one. So AMAT. This one actually had the bullish break on the weekly time frame that did continue early last week, but then the bears stepped in and we fell back down towards support. AMAT is currently sitting at a support level 186, but if that can't hold, then yeah, this gap is probably most likely going to get filled going into the Monday, Tuesday, the early part of this week. This gap ultimately fills here at 178. So if AMAT falls to that level, I'd be looking for the bulls to step in and then try to push price back up. Now that we have this big gap down, if price was to fill this gap and then come back up, the gap here would be a good area. If you were to buy calls somewhere down here to sell up here. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for this update. Good luck with your trading tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.